The $1.2 trillion Infrastructure Act, passed by the federal government 3 years ago, provided funding to repair and replace much of America's aging infrastructure, like bridges. And the law is already in the process of replacing old bridges all across the country. But what do you think happens to the massive amount of steel that's left when an old bridge is demolished, rebuilt, or as recently happened in Baltimore, it tragically collapses? Well, these millions of tons of steel are actually recycled by our metal recycling industry. For example, right here in California, when the Old Bay Bridge in San Francisco and the Gerald Desmond Bridge in Long Beach were torn down, the tons and tons of metal were sent to metal recycling plants across the state to be recycled. Then the recycled metal was sent off to steel mills to become part of new steel products we all need and buy. California's metal recyclers are so awesome that they recycle everything, from old cars and trucks and worn-out household appliances and furniture, including things as small as metal patio furniture, to all the steel elements that come from old bridges, from huge girders down to the bolts and nuts that held them together. Without our metal recyclers, the enormous tonnage of steel from old bridges wouldn't have anywhere to go, complicating Americans' efforts to build new bridges and renew our critical public infrastructure. They'd be bridges to nowhere, so to speak. So let's give a shout out to California's metal recyclers. The $1 trillion Infrastructure Act simply wouldn't work without them.